Yo, champs at the beginning, welcome back to Legendary Adventures. My name is Eli, aka that Big Sauce Gamer Tag.
And I'm Becky, aka Small Fry.
And squad, we are here to go ahead and bring you another raid counter guide for the one, the only
Zapdos.
Now, with that said, if this is your first time stopping by, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and all that cool stuff so that you can be notified of the next raid counter guide video, of course, the next community day tips video, and of course, our Pokemon Go vlogs and any other news that we like to go ahead and drop. But with that said, raiding on a legendary that we are so pumped because this is going to be your opportunity to not only get the legendary Zapdos itself, one of the classic legendaries. I mean,
from the Kanto region, and we're also getting that shiny Zapdos.
Yeah, she said it. She said it. We're getting possibility of a shiny Zapdos. Now, with that said, what we know already is that Zapdos is a great one to have for the Flying Cup that is coming soon. And of course, on top of that, will be just a top flying meta as well. So with that said, what do we need to know about Zapdos?
Okay, so for the perfect IV, you're looking for 2015 non-weather boosted.
Ooh, and of course, y'all know that it gets weather boosted by
windy or rainy weather.
Windy or rainy weather. Okay, so
and that perfect is 2519. That high weather boosted one. Whoop, whoop. Send over those raid invites.
Okay, this is gonna be amazing in Master League already. So excited for it in itself. Now, before we dive into the team that you need to build to go ahead and give you the best optimal chance to go ahead and take it down in great time, can it be duoed? Should it be duoed?
No.
Now, Zapdos does require 3 top 40 level trainers. Granted, there are some things that could alternate the ability to go ahead and bring it down with 2, but for the most part, you're going to need a guaranteed 3 to have that confirmed win. Of course, a party of 5 will always go ahead and ensure that you bring it down, and that's with, of course, trainers that aren't at level 40. So all you up-and-comers, I mean, big raid party, and you'll be able to knock it down, no problem. Right. But with that said, let's go ahead and go with number 1, because I'm feeling that we need to go ahead and bring in the Rock Squad for this one, perhaps our good Ice team. So what do we need?
You already know, Shadow Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge.
Now, again, we keep emphasizing that it's important to go ahead and build your raid squad in itself. A Shadow T-Tar is hard. A regular T-Tar would work, but that technically is like the 11th or 12th best one. So with that said, we're just going to give you the top 8, right? 9?
Yeah, the top 8, including Shadows.
Okay, so with that said,
in case you don't have a team of Shadow Tyranitars, you're going to want to go with Rhyperior with Smackdown and Rock Wrecker, that community day move. But we all love Rhyperior here. Go ahead and tell them why, baby.
Okay, so not only is it the big beefy boy, it can go ahead and have the defense. It's a strong one to go ahead and do the damage that you need to get it done. But Rock Wrecker is a tough one because just like the Shadow T-Tar, you're going to need to be able to TM if you didn't get the
community day
move. And we're not talking about a regular TM, we're talking about that expensive
Elite charge TM.
Yeah,
you can only buy it through a special box that comes out in Pokemon Go every once in a while,
or if you go ahead and place high enough in the rankings for GBL. So with that said, let's talk about the next Pokemon that if you already have in your arsenal, this may be one to go ahead and place in there.
It's Shadow Mewtwo. Coming in at number 3 with Cycle Cut and Ice Beam.
Of course.
But you know what? It doesn't have the community day move on it. But if you already unlocked the second move, then just change one to Ice Beam.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, but a pricey one nonetheless to go ahead and do so. All right, squad. So let's go ahead and talk about a Pokemon that you can utilize that doesn't require a community day move. That will be probably the better one to go ahead and invest your candy, your Stardust into. And that is the one, the only Mamoswine.
Like Eli said, this one's a lot more accessible to trainers. It does take a Sinnoh to evolve it to Mamoswine, but having that it already had its community day, I'm sure most trainers are gonna have at least one in their collection.
But if you're up and coming, Swinubs in itself, I mean, it is a seasonal one, so it may not be an option for you, in which case, let's talk about the next one, which, you know, due to the hot weather of summer in most of the world, the other half, and with global warming, this little individual has been popping up in little hot spots. So with the next one, it should be an easier one to find in the wild or evolve it, and that's the one, the only Rampardos. Tardos
with Smackdown and Rock Slide, and having that he has already been in a whole bunch of events at this point, and he's already been in the egg pool more than once, I'm sure this one's a little bit more accessible to everyone.
So fingers crossed that you have several of these to go ahead and build up, or at least 2 or 3. Again, this is why we're sharing so many with you, so that you can build a team, not of all 6s, unless, you know, you're a hardcore raider, which, you know, mad props to you. But if that's not your thing and you just have several, then, you know, you can build a team around these.
Right.
Now, the next one is bringing in a legendary to the mix. And if you were able to raid for this individual earlier in the year, then you're going to want to bring out Terrakion with none other than Smackdown and Rock Slide. Now, again, going over to another individual that is a shadow type, but because of the Team Rocket stuff, it was easier to go ahead and acquire it. It's been a little bit tougher to go ahead and get it to generate now, other than just making sure you're constantly battling Team Rocket. But that's going to be none other than
Shadow Weavile with Ice Shard and Avalanche.
Now, if you don't happen to have that, this next one we all kind of went a little raid crazy for in the last few.
Right, time to spend that Mega Energy, and we're talking about Mega Charizard. You're gonna want Mega Charizard X with Fire Spin and Blast Burn.
All right.
Community Day move.
Okay, so squad, this is your opportunity to go ahead and get the Zapdos. Let us know down in the comments below. Are you gonna go crazy for Zapdos? Do you already have one? I mean, if you just did the Go Fest event, you were lucky enough to go ahead and get the Shadow version, but this is your opportunity.
Is dope as well.
Yeah, which this now is your opportunity to go ahead and get a non-Shadow version, and of course, hopefully with higher CP, so you can go ahead and use it in raids and battles and everything else you want to do with.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends.
And until next one.
Peace.